The assistant manager questioned me on not showing up for a shift. I work at a Domino's pizza store in the UK as a delivery driver. The job is fine. You deliver pizzas, wash dishes, fold boxes. It's super simple and it pays minimum wage. It's a 0 hours contract, but since the shop is constantly understaffed because of high turnover, they're actually fairly decent when it comes to handing out shifts, hours. I was rotated for a Saturday shift and on the Tuesday prior found out I would be attending a first aid training course, which got rescheduled from the week prior, for a new job as a first aider. Better hours, better pay. I put in the store's private Facebook group, where all staff communication happens, looking for cover for that shift, but nobody responded, so I thought nothing more of it. The next week I was working. The assistant manager asked why I didn't come in for my shift. She is younger than me and actually gets paid less than me, so God knows why she even cares. And I explained the situation. She proceeded to tell me I had to get cover because it leaves them short-staffed. I explained to her that under a 0 hours contract in the UK, employers aren't required to offer any work to employees. However, employees also aren't required to accept any work they are offered. I explained to her that posting in the Facebook group looking for cover was also my notice I was declining that shift since they haven't got a better system for it, and that it's not my fault. Nobody would cover it. She got a copy of my contract out and vaguely waved to an area which supposedly said I was required to work all rotated shift, and then promptly left the store. It said no such thing. She asked if my mentality was that I could just not show up for any shift whenever I like, and I said it's not my mentality. It's the law. It applies to all of the employees there, and it's their legal right in a 0 hours contract. Anyway, my training course went well, and in literally 3 days I've made about 57% of the wage I made in 1 month working at that Domino's. I'm handing in my notice today. Overall, the job and colleagues were good, but the management, as always, were unnecessarily difficult. Edit. I just wanted to say I know what it's like to be on shift and be short-staffed and the pressure it puts on everyone, and I wouldn't do that to my colleagues just for shits and giggles. But at the end of the day, I couldn't work. I gave them notice and I tried to find cover. I don't think I deserve to get called out for it, especially on a 0 hours contract where legally I don't even need to accept their work. If they don't like how 0 hour contracts work, maybe they shouldn't hire on 0 hour contracts. Puts you on a 0 hours contract. Complains when you exercise the terms of that contract. No sympathy for them. Make sure the assistant manager is mentioned by name in your resignation. First aid is a great life skill to have. Sounds like an assistant to the manager. Finding coverage is a manager's job. Way to know your rights, and congrats on having some as a worker. Cries an American wage slave. With scissor and heart, everyone at Domino's is on the same playing field. Call yourself a manager or not, you still work at Domino's. So any attitude you have to me as your worker, you can go fuck yourself. Good for you for quitting. That 0 hour contract sounds like something we need over her in Merca. Dunno who is calling you out. At the end of the day, you have to take care of you and yours, because no one else will. If your pizza chain management isn't paying enough to make people excited to work for that extra money, or are too shitty to retain people, then that's the fault of the chain management. You go do what's best for you. Anyone calling you out and saying you're leaving your store and coworkers high and dry can take a dry, spiky dragon dildo to the ass with no lube. 0 hour notice when you quit. If they fired you, you can bet they wouldn't give you notice. Instead of saying you're quitting, tell them you're firing them. If they tell you you can't fire them, they're quitting, tell them you'll need 2 weeks notice. F with them. They're effing with you. What exactly is her job if not to deal with the schedule? Fuck Domino's, they're a shit company to work for in general. There's a reason for the always hiring signs and extremely high turnover rate. Anybody defending Domino's anywhere can just STFU and keep scrolling. Their pizza is as trashy as their management teams. Maybe you can find a store that isn't infected with greedy FCKWITS, but that is a big maybe. 0 hours contracts are horseshit. Companies just use them to bully their employees. You need to take everything you're given for fear they'll just stop giving you hours. It's so transparent, they're designed purely for the benefits of the employer. If her only complaint is that you didn't say, "I can't take this shift," then I think she's right. Not sure how they'd be aware of your Facebook post if you said you can't do it and they have you a hard time. Then I'm on your side. Otherwise, you could have just communicated a bit better. 0 hours contract, I will translate for everybody outside the UK, modern slavery. Reading your edit makes you sound like an ass. You excuse was actually weak. I think you did everything correct, except when no cover was found it doesn't seem like you made any effort to let your manager know you didn't find cover and would not be coming in. You should have at the very least put a message on the group. Maybe you did, but your edit makes it seem like you didn't. How is she paid less than you if they pay minimum wage? This whole Americanized idea of the workers having to find cover for their shifts needs to be shut down and stomped out whenever it manifests. Good for you, op. What is her job exactly other than making sure gaps in the staff rota are filled? What if you'd have been sick? You give these people a whiff of power.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.